Most honourable morning I've ever had, anyway.
Robinson.
Class, eh? Makes it all worth it. An honour.
So no big deal, friendly selfies. No politics were discussed, really. These are just young lads. Junior soldiers, I don't know if that's the phrase. I think they're more than cadets. They're just young soldiers. Probably most of them in their late teens. So they wouldn't probably even have a deep knowledge of Tommy's whole political career dating back a decade. I bet they know him more from our YouTube videos and from his Facebook page, something he's only really been doing in earnest for a couple of years. So Tommy's a citizen journalist who loves soldiers and stands for British values as opposed to Sharia values. That sounds good to me. It sounds good to those soldiers. Of course they want a selfie with him because Tommy's like them. He comes from a patriotic British working class background. Tommy stands up for the forgotten Britain, what in America would be called flyover country or the Rust Belt, you know, people who the British singer Morrissey would sadly call nobody's nothings in the eyes of the fancy people. So yeah, these working class Brits love the last vocal patriot in the British public square. And so as surely as day follows night, people who don't like Tommy Robinson and don't like the military and don't like working class Brits, well, they freaked out. But about what did they freak out? Did these troops say something political? Did they do something political? Did they endorse a candidate in an election? I mean, just brainstorming here. Did they, I don't know, stand next to the flag of a banned terrorist group called Hezbollah and give an approving speech? No, that would be Jeremy Corbyn, the head of the Labour Party and possibly the next Prime Minister over there. Did these lads do that? Did these young soldiers do that? No, they did not. Did they themselves say anything, in fact, other than a few complimentary greetings and chanting his name briefly? They posted some of these photos to their own private Facebook pages. I'm sure a few of them were public Facebook pages, but did they do anything wrong? Did they even say anything wrong? Well, you bet they did. So says the Muslim Imam for the British Armed Forces. There is such a thing, I'll have you know. And in fact, before any investigation of these men was even complete, they had been judged. I don't know, maybe that's how it works in Sharia law, because it was a Muslim imam issuing this edict, not some military panel or some court of law. Here's the Guardian newspaper. Imam Asim Hafiz, an Islamic religious advisor to the armed forces, said any form of racism, discrimination, or extremism is taken extremely seriously and will be dealt with accordingly. The armed forces remain absolutely committed to welcoming individuals from across all faiths and cultures to its ranks. Did you know that the British Army had a Muslim religious advisor? Now you know. And apparently he has the power. I don't know, was he the one who kicked out recruits for standing next to someone at a truck stop? Oh, and for the racism, discrimination, and extremism. Can you please tell me, or could the Guardian, or could Imam Hafiz, what discrimination did those soldiers do there? What extremism did they do there? What racism did they do there? By the way, as I think I've told you, when I first met Tommy in person a couple years ago, he was accompanied by his best friend since childhood, who just happens to be a black man. Tommy is constantly working with Sikhs in Britain who are also concerned about similar issues. So I'm not sure where their racism is. I think Tommy has more visible minority friends than any white liberal at The Guardian, but that never stopped The Guardian's insults before. Look, this wasn't the rule of law. This wasn't the rule of court, even a military court. This wasn't an actual offense or an actual problem. This was a political complaint, a deplatforming. That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show, weekdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Every day I do a monologue, interview a guest, and read my fan mail and my hate mail. To subscribe, go to therebel.media/shows.